Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be my last in my Disneyland series, and it's just going to contain general information and tips on getting the most out of your visit to the Disneyland and California Adventure amusement parks. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. My first tip for visiting the parks is to know your dates. And I know we all, when we're planning a big trip like that, we're like, okay, we're gonna go on this day, but definitely what you want to do is to look at Disneyland's calendar of events. Several times throughout the year, they have special events where the park is closed early to general admission. And if you're spending, $112 minimum on a ticket, you want to get the most out of your day. You definitely want to know your dates. Again, if you're paying full admission for a price, you're going to want to get as much time in the park as possible, or buy a park hopper ticket, because more often than not, when a special event's going on at Disneyland and it's closed to general admission, California Adventure is still open for general admission. The biggest time that you're going to have to worry about this is during September and October, during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, when the park is closed at 6 to general admission, because that's when trick-or-treating starts. So make sure that you're going to be getting the most out of your day. You might want to also consider going during off-peak times. The best time that I have found to go to Disneyland is in the months of January and February. Obviously summer's going to be crazy busy. The holiday season is always busy at Disneyland. A lot of people look forward to Christmas time. It snows on Main Street. They redo A Small World, and also the Haunted Mansion gets turned into Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas during that time. So those are popular things for a lot of people to visit at. So if you want to go to Disneyland but not want to deal with all of the crowds, definitely consider going during less busier times. Again, January and February are great times to go. There's still going to be people there, but it's not going to be quite as busy. I have also heard that Mother's Day is a great time to go to Disneyland. I've never been on Mother's Day, but most of us are taking our moms out to brunch or what have you. But if you're a mom who loves Disney, that might be the perfect time to go. So definitely consider that. My next recommendation when visiting the Disney parks is to definitely get the Disneyland app on your cell phone. You can get a lot of great information. It's a great resource when you're visiting the parks. Some of the things that you can find on there are wait times for rides, which is very important when planning your trip. You can get information on where and when characters are appearing. You can check show times, and you can also view maps of the park. So definitely get the Disneyland app. It's free, and you can get a lot of great information when planning your trip. My next tip is to take a picture of your parking space. This one is especially valuable when you are unfamiliar with Disneyland and a California Adventure, and it's your first time visiting. You're getting out of the parks late at night, you're tired, and maybe you don't remember where you parked. So it's a great idea to take a picture. There's two main parking structures. There's two main parking structures at Disneyland. There's the Mickey and Friends parking center. It's like a parking garage, multi-story, and then there's the Woody and Buzz one, and it's basically just a giant lot. But everything's sectioned off by characters. There's a Mickey level, a Donald level, and so on and so forth. So definitely take a picture of your parking spot so you don't have to worry about it at the end of the day. My next tip is to be prepared for the security searches when entering the parks. If you haven't been in a while, or you've never been, they are much more stringent than they used to be. It's pretty much as soon as you exit the tram or the shuttle, and not only do they have bag searches, but they also have you go through a metal detector. Now, Disneyland is often crowded. There are lots of people with diaper bags and backpacks, strollers, things like that. So it's always helpful to be organized before you get in line. It just makes things smoother for you. It's less frustrating for you, and it gets you through the line as fast as possible. So definitely be organized and ready for the search. My next tip is to know what to wear to the parks. You want to be comfortable. You want to be ready for whatever weather Disneyland is throwing your way. It's Southern California, so usually it's sunny and warm. But again, you definitely want to be comfortable because you're going to be on your feet for most of the day. So what I like to wear to the Disneyland parks is a looser t-shirt that's going to keep me cool, or a tank top. If you do wear a tank top, well, you should be wearing sunscreen anyway, but definitely wear sunscreen, protect your skin, because you can get sunburned at the parks pretty easily. Most of it's, you know, obviously most of it's going to be outdoors. I like to wear shorts most of the time, and my favorite shoes to wear to the park are Go Walks. They're comfortable, they're slip-on, they're not too hot. They're going to protect your feet from the sun, but most of all, they're nice and cushy. And my favorite are the, I'm wearing them currently, hold on, the Goga Mat Go Walks. These are mine. They're super comfortable. I find it's like a more flattering shoe shape than Tom's or Bob's. I don't really care for like the square toes from those kind of shoes. These ones have a round toe. So I just think they're a little bit more flattering for most people's leg shape. But most importantly, they're comfortable, and you know, you don't have to wear socks, so your feet are going to stay a little bit cooler, and your feet won't ache quite as much after your long day at the parks. Another thing I would recommend is carrying a wristlet instead of a purse. I go with kids nowadays, so I always have a larger bag filled with, you know, diapers, wipes, an extra change of clothes, things like that. But I don't keep my valuables. I don't keep my cash and my cards in there. I keep a wristlet. This is the Dooney & Bourke. Dooney & Bourke has a lot of Disney purse options, and they're all adorable. I got this one at Downtown Disney in the Vault, which has a bunch of purses. If you are interested, they got a lot of cute stuff actually. But it's a small world theme. It's really, really cute. It features just like just the open space, and there's one little pocket here. But it fits my cell phone, it fits my ID, it fits a little bit of cash, credit card, and like a chapstick. So it's plenty, and the fact that I can just slip it on my wrist and kind of forget about it a little bit just makes it so convenient. I can leave my diaper bag, or, you know, my larger bag underneath the stroller, and I don't have to worry about anybody messing with it, because, I mean, you know, if you need diapers that bad, go for it. But this way I don't have to worry about my cash, I don't have to worry about my cards. They're with me the entire time, and my hands are still free. So this works out great. So definitely consider, instead of like you know, lugging around a purse or putting on a big old backpack, just get a little wristlet and you'll be fine. Also keep in mind, when it comes to costumes, Disneyland does not allow adults to wear costumes outside of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. In fact, it is under 14. So 13 and under can wear, like, you know, you see the little girls in their, you know, their Disney dresses, and you might see a little kid dressed as a Padawan. Boys are a little bit more rare to wear costumes than little girls. But you as a grown-up will not be allowed. You will not be able to wear any type of costume with your kiddo unless you're going to the Halloween party. But do keep in mind that you can Disneybound when you go to Disneyland. And if you've never heard of Disneybounding, it's basically people who wear, you know, their normal everyday clothes, but they are inspired by something Disney. And it's a wonderful website run by a girl named Leslie. I will link it below. It's so cute, some of the things that people come up with. But you know, you can wear your regular clothes. You're not in a costume, but you're still dressed as your favorite character. People dress up as rides, all kinds of stuff. So I will definitely link that below. You might want to consider that for your next visit to the Disney parks. My last tip is specific to Disneyland, and I'm going to be sharing with you what I have found to be the least busy bathroom in that park. Now, when it comes to California Adventure, I haven't found like a standout bathroom like, wow, it's really quiet in here. There really aren't any lines, but definitely so at Disneyland. It's basically found where Main Street and Tomorrowland meet. It's going to be right next to the Astro Orbiter. If you're walking from Main Street into Tomorrowland, the Astro Orbiter is here. That bathroom is to its right. It's kind of hidden, it's kind of out of the way. It's going to be, I've always found it to be a little bit quieter. So definitely consider that one. The busiest that I have found is the one right when you enter Adventureland by the Enchanted Tiki Room. That one is always crazy busy, so maybe avoid that one. Yeah, that's just a minor tip, but you know, if you're looking for a quieter place or you really need to go and you don't want to stand in line, definitely consider that bathroom. Another tip I have that's specific to Disneyland is for those of us who want to visit Peter Pan's Magical Flight. It is an incredibly popular ride. It's pretty old. It's found in Fantasyland near like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and King Arthur's Carousel. That ride, for whatever reason, is always packed. It is insanely packed. It's like every time I've only been on it twice. I've only ever been on it twice because the line is so long. So definitely if that is on your bucket list for rides to get on that one first, because you can't fast pass that. You know, Space Mountain and Indiana Jones, those are always long waits as well, but you can fast pass those. Peter Pan's Magical Flight, you can't. It is an adorable ride. It's very pretty. I don't know, there's just something about it, and obviously, but definitely if that is something that's on your bucket list, make sure that that's the very first ride you get on as soon as you enter the park in the morning. Okay guys, those are my general tips for visiting Disneyland and California Adventure. Please keep in mind again that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens up as I'm filming this tomorrow, May 31st, and that it will be reservations only until through June 23rd. And after that, reservations won't be required. I just saw a little sneak peek on my Facebook. It looks really, really cool. It looks like you can ride the Millennium Falcon. So if you're interested in that, definitely take a trip to the park this year. But do keep in mind that because it's opening up, it's going to be pretty much bananas. If you were there when Cars Land opened up, it was insane, and you know, we're talking like 2-hour rates on rides minimum, so definitely keep that in mind when you're planning your trip this year. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.